Hey, what's going on, guys? Brandon here with Texas Plinking with the video I've been wanting to make for about 3 months now, ever since I got my hands on this product, and now finally getting around to it. But what odd timing. I might have to rush it because we got some weather rolling in. Funny enough, drove out here and it was nice and warm and sunny, and well, changed pretty quickly, but that's Texas. Anyway, I'm making a video on the D&T Optics Thermite. D&T Optics, may not have heard of them, and I actually didn't prior to 3-4 months ago. Really cool offerings. In fact, the shortest way I could really summarize D&T Optics is you guys may have known about the Zulus from Optics. In fact, I made a video on it. I might save myself some time in this video by directing you to the Zulus video from the Optics, because I really go into the difference between digital and analog night vision and talk about the differences you could expect performance-wise and obviously the price difference. But real quick, Optics really is leaning more into just day optics, and they kind of stepped away from the Zulus, but D&T Optics is where that's at now. So if you want a Zulus, you can actually find them at D&T Optics. The same Zulus you've seen from Optics, the standard one and the LRF, laser range finding featured one. And so, but this is totally something else. This is the Thermite. If you already know about the Zulus, I'll get you caught up to speed real quickly by saying it's like that, but with now a thermal feature on it. Menu system's the same, all of that stuff, but it's got a laser rangefinder. It's a digital day scope, digital night vision scope, and a thermal scope all in one. And here's a big kicker. It's under $1,000 when purchased a certain way. I'll explain that in a second. So obviously the main question that gets popped up in your head probably is, what's the catch? Thermal alone is thousands of dollars. Night vision's thousands of dollars. Good optics in general are hundreds, if not thousands of dollars as well. So what's going on here? Analog night vision and digital night vision, very, very different. Think about digital night vision like looking through a digital camera, but optimized for lower light situations, and it picks up infrared light. That's the quick summary on that. And this can be used during the day through its day features. Same thing, but you know, just with color and during the day. No infrared necessary, nothing like that. So this is really a camera with crosshairs that could take recoil. There's onboard recording. Like I said, this thing really operates like a digital camera. It's got 32 gigabytes of built-in storage, no micro SD card or nothing like that. IP67 waterproof rating, which we might be finding out pretty soon because we feel some rain coming down on us right now. Like I said, recoil rating to withstand a 50 BMG. It's got a 2-year warranty as well. It comes with a mount, the eyepiece, 2 batteries, and a charger. Can operate at temperatures as low as -4 degrees up to 122 degrees Fahrenheit. The zoom range on it is 5 to 20 times zoom. As far as thermal, it's a 3 to 12 zoom, and you got different modes as well: white hot, iron hot, black hot, and red hot. Talking about the LRF, or the laser rangefinder, like I said, ranges between 5 and 1100 yards. You could even connect to the D&T app and punch in your ballistics and all that stuff to give you your solution for come up as well. Again, guys, apologize if I'm screaming, but trying to defeat this wind that came out of nowhere. As you can see, it's raining, so we're gonna, I guess, accidentally we're gonna text it. Yep, that's fine. Accidentally test its water resistance rating, but I'm not too worried about it. So I'll kind of walk you guys through some of the features here, because again, it just looks like so many tubes and buttons, but once you break it down, it's not too bad. This tube right here that says Thermite, that just houses the battery. You get 2 of those, and one's in here right now. This piece is the illuminator, and you could actually control the beam here as well. This little thing is actually the LRF, the laser rangefinder, and you press this button to read the range. And then this right here is how you toggle between the 2 different modes. So if that's day and thermal, night and thermal, whatever that is, depending on the time of day, obviously. This top thing right here is the day and night scope, if you will, the camera. And the main body is thermal. This knob is how to focus the day and night. And this right here is how to focus the thermal. And then this is to focus the ocular focus. And then this little nub right here, that plus and minus on the top, that is to zoom in and out. On the right side of it, we got a little Picatinny rail here. Not sure why. Maybe to add even more infrared light if you wanted to. And then here is how to get the video out or external power. Admittedly, yes, I went through it pretty quickly because I think we're gonna get some rain pretty soon. Also gonna go through it quickly because we're running out of light. It gets dark really early this time of year now, but it's enough light now to showcase in the day mode, and it doesn't matter how much light is out, we could always use thermal, whether it's the day or night, so pretty cool. I zeroed it real quickly off camera, and so far day mode is what I expected because I remembered the Zulus and it was just fine for the task. But the thermal is what I had, to be honest, low expectations, because thermal under 1,000, forget all the other modes. I didn't think it would have that much of a contrast between temperature, because I've seen gimmicky thermals that were worth not a thing. And I'll tell you what, it's pretty good. Now, I don't have live animals just running around out here, but what I do have is steel targets, and those are gonna be a lot cooler than the other surrounding area, and they're standing out really, really good under thermal. So when it gets darker, especially, I'll have the truck running for a little bit and then go far away from it and kind of give you a perspective at the truck. It'll probably show like a warm engine bay, stuff like that. So all that coming up. We went through all the analytical parts of it, so now it's just be about showcasing it under different lighting situations in all 3 of its modes. And so that is that. Now, I probably have shown text earlier about the pricing, but let's go ahead and get into that as well. So the MSRP of the Thermite is already not too bad, $1,299.99. Let's call it $1,300 obviously, and they have it listed for $1,100 right now. But then they gave me a coupon code, Texas Plinking, to share with you guys, and that drops it off another $110, so it's $989.99. And it has free shipping as well. So definitely at that price, you guys got to be asking how it's going to perform. And again, first day out with it, so I'm curious as well. Real quick though, because you guys are going to ask about the rifle. Like I said, AR-15, but it's actually a weird hodgepodge. It's a LaRue lower. I bought the LaRue, a complete lower, LaRue trigger and all that kind of stuff when they had like a massive sale. Should have bought like 20 of the things, but I got one. It was just sitting around for a while. And then I plopped on top the Roscoe Manufacturing complete upper. It's a 5.56 with a 16-inch barrel OSS HX 556 Ti. Nailed it. Did swap out the grip because I'm liking these grips right here. This is the Die Free Company Kung Fu grip. Gives you a nice vertical grip angle, which for any carbine is pretty nice, but especially one that I'm going to have like a low mag, shoot from the prone, all that kind of stuff. That vertical grip angle is so nice. I have a plug on it as well, so you can store some batteries, all that fun stuff. But yeah, really well priced. I got 4 different colors out there as well. And code Texas Plinking saves you 10%. So do be sure to check out the Kung Fu grips. That's the setup. Let's go ahead and load it up and show you guys what it looks like from my perspective. I'm going to scan the field right here and show you guys what I see. So we're recording now. And this is day mode. To be honest, not even all that much light because we're losing it pretty quickly. So this is a Sony a7S III, one of the best low light cameras out there. This is not. And so that being said, not too disappointed by its performance so far. Latency and everything like that. And then we have the thermal camera on top of that. It's not focused for this range, I can tell, but you know, just for now. If you want to swap that, let's go ahead and press this button. And now we have thermal. Look at the temperature in the tree trunks. Like I said, I mean, that's more impressive than I would have ever thought. That's legit thermal. If that was a hog out there, you would pick up that heat, no problem. There's obviously some heat coming from that building right there. Let's go ahead and swap back. All right, tell you what, that rain's starting to come down. So let's get to shooting. You could zoom in a little bit right here. Go for the small one. Oh, pulled that one. Let's go ahead and swap to thermal. Let me zoom in some. Oh, wait a second, I just learned I'm going to have to zero that for thermal. Oh, it's high. There we go. All right. Well, that's a learning curve. I'm going to have to zero it for thermal. It's a totally different zero. That would make sense because the day and night are in the same mode. All right, well, there's that. Let's go ahead and zoom back out and swap and zoom back out on this guy too. All right. All right, we're getting soaked. Let's go ahead and pack up and I'll show you guys in just a little bit. All right, sometimes videos don't go quite to plan, but the show continues. We let a little bit of time go by. Initially, yes, I did want to showcase it during the day a little bit more. I could always do that another time, but obviously this is mostly for night stuff, whether you're going to be using night vision or thermal. Anyway, little update. Forgot to mention, the charging handle I selected for this little hodgepodge build was the Silencer Co. with like that rubber seal to stop it from, you know, gas, whatever. Anyway, very expensive charging handle, and I would at this point recommend it to nobody because the little handles, the ambi handles on the charging handle, both fell, so it's got no latch. Silencer Co. Makes great cans, but that charging handle, sample size of 1, has failed me. That's okay though. Also, the bed of my truck is soaked. I was going to shoot prone from a little bit more distance, but let's go shoot offhand. Just change it up a little bit. Let's go ahead and cycle it up. And we'll go ahead and start recording here in a second. All right, we're going to go ahead and shut down this light right here. Now, like I said, this is one of the best low light cameras, the Sony a7S III. So it's probably going to show a little bit better, but it is quite dark. We are now recording through the scope. And here is the range. Now, this is thermal. And again, at this price point, if it had no other features, LRF, day, night, nothing, this for a thermal scope, it will do the task quite well from what I'm able to tell. So there's that. Let's go ahead and swap over to night. This is sometimes disappointing to people who don't know what they're expecting if they expect night vision to be like the analog night vision. Digital night vision is just not going to be as sexy. However, press this button right here, gets overexposed initially, and then boom, we have infrared light. To me, if you want to pan the camera down there, pretty dark, obviously. Can't really see a heck of a whole lot. In fact, I'll just go ahead and creep it to frame right here. But again, under this optic, this is the night vision mode. It's pretty much just like a floodlight on the targets. And that's the lowest brightness setting too. All right, enough talking. Let's get back to shooting. Back where we left off, now that the rain has stopped. Let's start with night vision. And again, it's gonna be kind of fun doing offhand at 5x zoom here. Try to get that small one here. Put on safety. Let's go ahead and swap over to thermal. And that IR light stays illuminated, so I could use that top screen there. Again, something that should have been common sense to me. The zeroing for day and night are the same. Thermal is a different unit, so I didn't zero the thermal. Didn't think about that. Where was I holding? At range was right about here. Maybe I don't need to for closer range. Let's see. And look at the heat on the piece of steel. You can tell exactly where I'm hitting it. Let's go ahead and put one right here. Yeah, look at that. That is impressive, man. Look at that hot spot from the round. That's very cool. Dude, that is not bad for that price range, I gotta tell you. That was a quick little shooting demonstration, but figured let's just go ahead and scan around here. For this particular setup, obviously not too bad details here. Go back to 0 IR light. Not too bad, but IR light's definitely helpful. Let's go ahead and go back to thermal. And that is probably the most impressive thing. Look at all the heat within the tree trunk still and all that stuff. Under thermal, I'll show you guys some of the temperature differences. Obviously the exhaust system and the axle transmission, pretty warm because we just drove it just a little bit. And then there's the engine bay, all the heat there. Yeah, really good contrast in temperature, man. I just not expect that. Man, all right, well, there you guys go. Let's go back to the truck, put some light on me, and wrap up this video. Like I said, I wanted to do a little bit more shooting impressions during the day and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? Just a little bit of shooting just to ensure, well, it works, it can withstand some recoil, and I have reason to believe it should. But I definitely had enough recording time through here to throw in this video, and that's what the main part is going to be. I want you guys to see what to expect on the day mode, night mode, and definitely thermal mode. And I had reason to believe it's going to be something that can be used well for its purpose of shooting, but with the quality lacking that of much more expensive stuff. And it is, but not by what I thought. Now the digital night vision, obviously it's never going to be like analog night vision. We could forget that. But the thermal, it's just actually really good. You saw the heat signature on like the truck. The quality of the thermal, I mean, you guys will see it for yourself, so you can draw your own conclusion. But knowing that I've, you know, messed with all kinds of thermal between $2,500, $6,500, and this being the cheapest thermal I personally own right now, I expected it to be next to not usable, but it's certainly usable. If this was just a standalone thermal optic at its price point, especially with that coupon code being under $1,000, that was more than worth it in my opinion. But you could take it for as complicated as it is, and obviously it's not too complicated once you get to know it, but use it for whatever. If you just want thermal, awesome. If you want that digital night vision, digital day, laser rangefinder, ballistic calculator, all of that within this unit, I'll let you guys know if it ever fails me. I'll keep messing with it, but thoroughly impressed. I can't believe it took me 3 months to even get to this. I should have had the word out there a little sooner, especially now that we're kind of into the season where people are going to do some predator hunting out here, or anywhere you might be. But in Texas anyway, the weather is finally to where we're not getting humid nights. So I wish I got the video out there a little bit sooner, not gonna lie, but there it is. Better late than never. DNT Optics. Yeah, the Thermite, man. So far, thoroughly am enjoying it and recommend it. To get it at that steal of a price, use coupon code TexasPlinking. But yeah, that just about does it. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys next time. Take care.